guys, it's JJ here. What's happening? Oh gosh, all these comments in my DMs. Y'all have me like tearing up every other day reading some of these comments. I really do appreciate you guys and all the love you all have been giving me as I enter into my new journey. So also in my DMs and my comments have been a lot of questions. So I have the top 5 questions people have been asking me, and I wanted to answer those for you for my video blog today. So the number 1 question that I've received is, were you scared to quit your job? And that's such a great question too. No, I wasn't scared. Maybe a little nervous, and more so because I felt like I was going to be letting certain people down by quitting my job. But when God tells you to move, you got to move. And I did leave. When I turned in my resignation and I was leaving the building, you know, it felt very bittersweet. It's like, oh man, I'm not going to be coming back here. And it, you know, it feels a certain way, but I wouldn't say scared at all. Wasn't scared. I have a lot of faith, and I will say this too. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but this isn't the first time that I've quit a job. I did the same thing when I moved to New York City. I had way less money saved in the bank. I had $1,000 to my name when I moved to New York, and I did not have a job at all. So I went to New York. I started working for Mac at Macy's in Brooklyn, and I hustled and harassed the program director until finally he was like, please stop calling me. And he brought me in. I had a part-time job, and then it led to a full-time job. And that was my dream. That was my ultimate dream, is I always wanted to work in radio in New York City, and I only wanted to work for this specific station, WBLS. And I did it. But had I never took that risk, it would have never happened. Had I never had that clear vision of what it is that I really want, it would have never came to life. So no, I wasn't scared. I've kind of done this before. I'm a risk taker. I have no problem taking risks because I trust that what God has for me is just bigger, you know? The number 2 question people have asked is, did I have money saved? Yeah, I did have money saved. I have, enough to get me to 4 to 5 months. But I would have quit anyway. And I know it's kind of easy to say that when you have money in the bank, but being honest with you, I didn't think about that when I turned in my resignation. I didn't say, okay, I got this much money, I got this in my 401k, I got this in my savings. I didn't do that at all. I said, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to leave. And I don't think money shouldn't always be a factor. And this is what I mean by that. I think a lot of times we focus so hard on the possibility of these negative things happening, right? Like, we always got to prepare for the worst. Well, okay, so if this takes me to this month and then I got this much left, then all right, why do we have to think like that? Because we are always trying to play it safe. We're always in survival mode. But what if instead of me thinking, okay, when time gets worse, then I'm gonna have to pull out my 401k, what if I said, I'm preparing for abundance? What if I told myself that I am getting ready to triple the money that I have in my savings account right now? You know what I mean? Instead of worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet. That's just how I think about it. So that answers that. Number 3 question, do you still talk to the people at the box? That is too funny. I do have 2 or 3 people that I'm really, really close to that I talk to almost every other day, or at least by text maybe every day. So number 4, will you ever get back into radio? That is a great question too. Oh man, I've been doing radio over 20 years. And it's not the same. It's not what it used to be when I first got into radio. It used to be really, really fun. I do absolutely miss talking to everyone and talking to you guys. It does. It breaks my heart thinking about, I'm not gonna cry. It breaks my heart thinking about people that I talk to every day on the phone, on the request line, and then I know I'm not gonna talk to those people again. But I have to live in my purpose. You know what I mean? So that season is over, and now this new season is beginning, and hopefully I'll be able to impact even more people. So if I had that itch again, then sure, maybe I'll do it part-time or something like that. I don't know. I have had 2 job offers, 2 amazing job offers that I had to turn down because I'm going to make this work. You know what I mean? I got to make this work because this is what I love more than anything. Y'all got to understand, especially that week before I quit, we talked about Chris Brown and Soulja Boy almost every day for like a week because that was like a whole mini drama going on. And it made me sick. Like, why are we talking about this? There's so much more to talk about. I'm trying to get out here and help these young ladies know that they're great inside and to look at the world differently and know that they can contribute to the world and making this world a better place. I don't care what Chris Brown and Soulja Boy are doing. I just don't care. And then question 5, since you left, have you regret your decision? I haven't regretted it at all. I feel really good. I know I'm about to cry. I'm not gonna cry, so I'm gonna cry. Y'all, I get to go and see my baby girl at school once a week for lunch. And you have no idea how much that means to me. And to her. Because for the last 5 years, and even prior to that, you know, working at a different radio station, I've always done the midday show. So I work at lunchtime. But just knowing, like, my daughter for the last 5 years has been like, Mommy, such and such's mom comes to see her at lunchtime, and such's mom comes to see him at lunchtime. And I'm like, I can't come to see you at lunch, baby, because I'm at work. I can't leave work. So then what I was doing for the last 5 years is I would go and see my daughter on her birthday, right? That's the only time out of the whole year I set aside to make sure I could see her for lunchtime, because lunch is like a big deal to them. That is something so small that I could not do, but I get to do that now. I get to see my baby at lunch and take her out to eat for lunch, and that's what I deserve. That's what she deserves. So no, I don't have any regrets. I have no regrets at all. Yeah, I made a lot of money, but seeing my baby's face once a week at lunch trumps that. I don't want to say Trump. I hate saying Trump. All right, guys, that's it. My video blog for the day. You guys enjoy yourself. Thursday, 2 o'clock on my website, jjonthemic.com. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, and I'll see you guys back here next week.